It's training camp season, and today we're going to be looking at the Chargers, getting our first look at Brenden Rice. We're going to watch him catch some balls, work through some drills, and everything else. But before we do again, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering your favorite players every day. There's rookies, there's guys on your favorite team. That guy who's come back from injury, you want to see if he's still got that pop in his step. It's all going to be right here. Click that button. Look at what your favorite players are doing behind the scenes. Today we're looking at Brenden Rice. Got a few clips from camp, but he is making some plays, and that is very encouraging. He's making it happen in practice, looking good in the drills. There we are. And the thing about Brenden Rice, late round pick, went to the Chargers. We were waiting for him to get drafted the whole day on day 3. We were waiting for his name to come up. We watched him at the Senior Bowl. He played very well. A lot of people loved him coming out for the draft. The thing about him is he's one of those storylines on training camp that everyone should be paying attention to due to late round draft capital, due to this being a deep wide receiver class full of talent, he being one of those that fell. And now we're on the Chargers. Ambiguous depth chart at the wide receiver position, especially for the long term. Son of Jerry Rice, I'm sure that's been mentioned a million times. You'll hear that a lot in preseason. But it's a guy to pay attention to. Due to him working his way up the depth chart, working his way on the team, working his way on the 53. If you like training camp storylines, here you go. What I like about him is he's very tenacious, very aggressive. Aggressive at the catch point. Aggressive breaking off routes. That's what I like about his game. And his game is just very tenacious. And strong hands, gets downfield. Nuanced, but not like the wide receivers like a Stephon Diggs or a Justin Jefferson type of nuance. It's very, very getting in, getting out, selling the route, but being very aggressive doing it. Not with pure quickness, pure speed, but being aggressive, assertive with everything. A different type of wide receiver in those regards. Very good as a possession wide receiver. Very good at the catch points. And he's got to climb his way up the depth chart. They got Ladd McConkey. Quentin Johnston, if he slips up again this year during the season, maybe there's a spot for him. You got Palmer there. He's been there for a bit, but has a good rapport with Herbert. But they're asking for other players to step up. They want it. They want it bad on this team. You lost Keenan Allen. You lost Williams. So there's room for growth. And this is a good opportunity for him. Playing with a good quarterback. And this isn't a bad talent. One thing to note here is there was like 20 wide receivers. Round 2 grades or better. In this year's draft class. Causing some wide receivers to fall in the draft. Usually when they fall, though, it's early day 3, so not many teams had a day 2 grade on him, or they would have pulled the trigger much earlier. I believe he has a better grade in compared to most late-round picks, though, due to the sheer depth at the wide receiver in this year's class. And honestly, another thing you could say is teams tapped out at a wide receiver early in this draft as well, causing him and probably a few others to fall a little bit further than usual. Compared to other classes, I believe he would have been a round or so higher if he was in another class. Due to less sheer competition, this is the best wide receiver class we've ever seen. Pure depth, and then pure depth at the top with elite receivers, middle tier guys, and even on the back end. So you're going to see some guys come out of nowhere and surprise us. This could be one guy, but I believe Rice is a huge training camp story to pay attention to. In those regards, for a late-round pick, he's a baller. He's a baller. Good depth right now for the Chargers. I'd be surprised if he doesn't make the 53 because he's very nuanced. He's very technical. He's very sound when it comes to everything, but yet very aggressive at the catch point and breaking off the routes. He'll never be like one of those top-tier wide receivers who just glides when it comes to breaking off the routes. He has to win just being pure aggressive, but still he can create separation. He is very nuanced, and he's a player that's going to be on the rise if he keeps making big plays in training camp. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.